Then was born the sign of the cross, which nothing could destroy. Eternal Rome, in the flaming night when the murderous tyrant Nero had it burned to the ground, in the midst of the mad revels of his disreputable favorites, with Claudette Colbert as the Empress Poppaea, whose loveliness was matched only by her ruthlessness, Frederick March as the prefect of Rome, torn between the faith and beauty of a Christian girl and the luxurious beauty of Poppaea. You'll see the amazingly lavish spectacles that only the master hand of DeMille could create, the pomp and splendor of Nero's court, the bloodthirsty pageantry of the great Colosseum, with hordes of gladiators dueling to the death, the struggle between the birth of Christianity and the pagan determination to stamp it out, with Christian martyrs torn by the beasts of the jungle before the inhuman beasts of Rome.
Persons have already seen and applauded MGM's mighty Technicolor spectacle. Nero's pagan Rome in all its dissolute splendor. The most wicked era of history comes to life. 3 flaming love stories. The impassioned love of the pagan soldier for the beautiful Christian captive. The tragic love of the sultry slave girl for her master. The tortured love of cruel Nero for his wicked empress. 3 hours of eye-filling enjoyment. 3 years in the making. 30,000 in the cast. You'll never forget its unequal spectacle. You'll always remember its heart-pounding drama.
Who are you?
My name is Judas.
Rome, master of the earth, in the 18th year of the Emperor Tiberius.
From Caligula. The courage of a military tribune must not be squandered in the baths and banquet halls of Rome. You are ordered to the garrison at Jerusalem.
What Caligula hopes he has given you is your death sentence. Try to endure it, Marcellus. Grow hard. Watch the hand of the man who walks behind you. Take nothing on faith. Bind yourself to no man.
In the great days of Greece, we Romans were no more than barbarians.
I spoke to you, the man Jesus.
Yes. Fanatic.
The rest of the crimes didn't quit.
Well, what do you expect me to do about it?
The spell isn't in his robe, it's in you, your heart, and your mind. Face it, Marcellus. Don't be afraid of me.
I want the Roman traitor who's responsible, the man who made fools of the whole Praetorian Guard. I want Tribune Gallio.
Above all, be a Roman, my son. And be a man of honor.
Perhaps there'll be amusement in being a man of honor.
I owe him more than my life.
Can you be one of us?
From this day on, I'm enlisted in his service. I offer him my sword, my fortune, and my life.
And this I pledge you on my honor as a Roman.
Traitors! So, you deny that I'm a god? I'll hang all your heads in the Senate House. I'll have you torn to pieces. Kneel. Kneel! Kneel! Kneel to your god!
What's your name?
Demetrius.
You spoke of a god, Demetrius. Which one?
There is only one God.
He's a remarkable young man. He has something that Rome has lacked since the early days of the Republic. Something to believe in. Faith.
And they're sending you into the arena tomorrow? You must have done something awfully bad.
I did. I'm a Christian.
Don't hurt him. Don't destroy what he has.
Are you going to interfere?
No, my dear. I never interfere.
I can't take a man's life.
Why waste his death to make him a birthday present to you?
If you are a god, Rover!
I asked him if one who'd killed 30 men in the arena could ever hope to sleep at night.
You killed a man to test my master's robe.
Generation after generation of readers have been thrilled by Ben-Hur. No book save the Bible has ever been so widely read. Now, as a motion picture, Ben-Hur has inspired enthusiastic acclaim in every corner of the earth. In New York, in London, in Tokyo, and in Hollywood, the most honored motion picture in Academy Award history. Yes, the spectacle, the color, the excitement, the human drama of Ben-Hur has swept the world. Ben-Hur is many things to many people. It transports you to strange, faraway places, to scenes of pageantry and revelry. Ben-Hur stuns with the impact of its violence and thundering action. Yet, it can lift your spirit to the skies. But with all its spectacle and pageantry, Ben-Hur is a story of people. Their conflicts, their loves. The story of Judah Ben-Hur, the prince who became a slave and dared the evil might of the conqueror.
I tell you, the day Rome falls, there will be a shout of freedom such as the world has never heard before.
Proud Quintus Arrius was a stern enemy.
Why did you save me?
Yet, when Ben-Hur saved his life, he became a staunch and grateful friend. There was the beautiful Esther, for whose love Ben-Hur defied an empire. There was Messala, the power-mad, once Ben-Hur's boyhood friend. Now his deadliest enemy.
You kill me and your mother and sister will die today.
And there was the lusty Sheik Ilderin, ruler of a wild, exotic land.
One wife, one god, that I can understand, but one wife that is not civilized. It is not generous.
All that you have read about Ben-Hur, all that you have heard about Ben-Hur, is surpassed by the actuality.
destroyed by Spartacus.
Spartacus, a motion picture unequaled in the entire history of filmmaking, unlikely ever to be surpassed in the tenderness and beauty of its love story. Nothing was spared to make Spartacus the superb achievement it is. Neither time, nor money, nor talent. For in Spartacus, you will see the finest cast ever assembled, relive history's most exciting and inspiring drama. Starring Kirk Douglas as Spartacus, slave, gladiator, invincible fighter. Laurence Olivier as Crassus, symbol of Rome's majesty and might.
I'm not after glory. I'm after Spartacus.
Gene Simmons as the slave Erinia, whose body was bought and sold, but whose love enveloped Spartacus with a radiance few men have known. Charles Lawton as Gracchus, the leader of the Roman Senate. Peter Ustinov as Batiatus, shrewd and devious dealer in human flesh. John Gavin as Julius Caesar, ambitious staff officer. And Tony Curtis as Antoninus, who loved Spartacus like a brother. In the powerful story of the gladiator rebel who sprang from slavery to challenge the awesome might of imperial Rome.
The symbol of the Senate. All the power of Rome.
I imagine a God for slaves. And I pray.
What do you pray for?
I pray for a son who'll be born free.
Revolt of the Slaves, a spectacular panorama recreating on the giant theater screen all the barbaric splendor of the Roman Empire. Power-mad men driven to cruelties unmatched in history. Beautiful women engulfed in court intrigues as an enslaved populace breaks into open revolt. Revolt which will spread a scarlet blanket of blood over all Rome. Springing to life in all its spectacular grandeur, the pomp of pagan Rome, the licentious revels of a decadent society, living only for pleasures of the flesh. Mortal combat in the blood-soaked arena, where human endurance was put to its greatest test. And in the dark dungeons of the catacombs, the torture of the innocents, which set a world ablaze.
are witnessing an actual eclipse of the sun. On the day it was filmed, there was a great darkness over the land. On just such a day, over 1900 years ago, an obscure carpenter of Galilee gave up his last breath in exchange for the life of this man. His name, Barabbas. A man of violence, a common thief, an assassin.
You think I should have been killed instead of him, is that it? You think I ought to be dead?
Barabbas, hear what I say. He came from God.
That's not my worry. God can look after his own, and you can look after me.
Barabbas, a man alive in a cruel and violent world ruled by the ruthless power of Rome. Barabbas, witness to the first martyrs, who had only their faith and the inspiration of history's most powerful message of love.
Love one another. Listen, everybody, that's the word. Love one another. Oh! There's nothing I'm afraid of.
Then you can tell me. Did you see the darkness that went over heaven and earth when he died?
Suppose I did. The man died in a dust storm. The same as anybody's death.
From Jerusalem to the poisonous sulfur mines of Sicily and the fabulous splendor of imperial Rome, the overwhelming story of Barabbas encompasses the vast and violent scope of life itself. In the school of gladiators, men are taught to fight like skilled animals, testing their strength against Torvald, the brutal champion of the arena. For only the most debased forms of death can satisfy the bloodlust of the Roman people.
God says life. I only answer to him.
I have no God.
I don't understand. Why then do you bear this sign of Jesus Christ scratched on your disc?
Because I tried to believe. No killing Barabbas. No death for Barabbas. He died in my place. The death has been paid.
Here is the timeless, untold search of all the ages. The incredible story of Barabbas, blinded by mankind's greatest glory, tortured by its greatest shame. Anthony Quinn as Barabbas, a man, a performance, a drama you will never forget. Motion picture that begins where the other big ones leave off.
Empire at the height of its grandeur and its glory. A civilization so powerful it could never be conquered from without, yet it found the seeds of its destruction within itself. The fall of the Roman Empire. The fall of the Roman Empire. This is how it happened. This is where it was. The landmarks of history, miraculously recreated to startle the modern world. the great forum of ancient Rome, the temple of Jupiter where the Caesars became gods, the mighty assembly of all the armies of the Roman Empire from Britannia to Africa, from Spain to the gates of Persia, to pay homage to the wisest Caesar of them all.
Governors, consuls, princes, we've had to fight long wars. Your burdens have been great. But we come now to the end of the road. Here, within our reach, golden centuries of peace.
The fall of the Roman Empire, a drama of ambition and greed, of treachery and violence, and the intimate story of a daughter of a Caesar whose love was sacrificed for the good and the glory of the Roman Empire.
I'm not as strong as I thought I was. I've not learned to live without you.
There is no life for either of us apart, Lucilla.
You've defeated me, haven't you?
Since it was for Rome, it cannot be your defeat.
It's all so very clear now why you came. To destroy me.
I could kill you both!
No, sister. I'm not giving you any more chances to plot against me. You will go back to your husband in Armenia, and you will not see Rome or Livius again.
The fall of the Roman Empire, the story of the age of emperors, revealing the mounting infamy of the times, the desperate ambush by the barbarians from the forests of the north, the duel to the death with javelins between the Caesar who was a god and the only man who dared defy him. Rome's relentless retribution against cowards who retreated in battle. The battle between the death-sworn Persian hordes and the human wall of Romans. The duel of the chariots, a breathtaking clash between fearless men, the most exciting thrill the camera has ever captured.
Of the Imperial Roman Empire, unleashed to persecute, to harass, to wipe out the last remnants of the slave rebellion that made history.
You know how to fight?
No, but I'll learn.
Good. And you?
He can't answer you. They cut out his tongue.
These men were slaves. They had only their lives to give for freedom. They knew persecution. They knew treachery. But not even Rome's might could stop their resistance.
Where's Spartacus? Why didn't he come back?
Didn't you hear the orders? Get ready!
You killed him.
If you think I betrayed him, then kill me.
From the bloodiest of times comes an adventure to be remembered for all time.